This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, I'm Sabrina Brown. Thank you for joining us. The long-awaited gaming bill presented in Parliament today. Minister responsible for gaming, the Honourable Obi Wilshcombe, describes it as cutting-edge and comprehensive, designed to more effectively control and revolutionize the gaming industry to the benefit of Bahamians. In advancing the industry, specific measures have been proposed and a board will be put in place.
Necessary to ensure that persons appointed to membership of the board have a range of particular qualifications which, collectively viewed, would enable the board to call upon a balanced set of rules and skills in the exercise of its various decision-making functions. Accordingly, the four-member board should include an appropriately qualified legal practitioner, a qualified accountant or auditor, and such other members as have knowledge or experience in other areas which are germane to the functioning of the board. This would enable the board to perform the various functions assigned to it, including the evaluation of applications, the conduct of investigations and hearings, the makings and enforcement of rules, and its compliance monitoring of license operations from a position of strength.
Minister Wilshcombe says the board should ideally be self-sustaining and not rely on government funding.
In accordance with international best practice, license and other approvals for the conduct of gaming should be regarded as valuable concessions granted by the government, in consideration for which fees are due. The investigation costs incurred by the board, as well as the annual costs of compliance monitoring, should be funded by the industry. For this purpose, provision has been made for various categories of license, as well as certificates of suitability, all of which are annually renewable and subject to such conditions as may be imposed, and all of which attract fees on an ongoing basis.
Now, taxes generated by license fees will be paid to the board, and Minister Wilshcombe says failure to comply will result in a stiff penalty. Grand Bahama in the spotlight as the Trinity Broadcasting Network brought its production to this island last evening. Many Bahamians turned out to participate in the taping, and some believe this could be the springboard for additional business from the religious tourism market. Natalie Martinborough reports.
The great lawn overlooking the beach in Lukaya, providing a picturesque backdrop for TBN's Praise the Lord program, where the Church of God of Prophecy's brass band set the tune, welcoming the TBN audience. The 2-hour recording included performances by local and international gospel recording artists. It was the first visit by the Christian Network to the Bahamas, and organizers are saying it will not be their last.
This is a ministry broadcast. This is not a broadcast that is meant to, alone bring attention to a particular place, although the beauty of this location, it's hard not to look at. This is a ministry broadcast, and so what we hope is going to be the prevailing understanding and the takeaway of the audience of tonight is pure ministry, that they'll be encouraged, there'll be prayer for healing and salvation and ministry, and that people's lives will be changed.
Host Matthew Crouch says there were some anxious moments early in the day as there was a threat of rain and thunderstorms. But he says they had faith that the weather would cooperate, and they are hoping that the lives will be enriched as a result of the broadcast.
First of all, it's beautiful here. It's welcoming here. Everyone's so gracious and loving. And there is such a tangible presence of the Lord in the Bahamas, and it's very, very real. We're happy to be here.
Members of the local Christian community and a number of visitors made up the audience. For them, it was an opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah, I was out here from after 2, just waiting. I can't wait for them to start. Donnie McClurkin is my number one. Well, Matt and Laurie, wow, I watch them all the time. So I'm so excited.
Oh, they're having a great time and seeing Donnie McClurkin live. Because I've always seen him on TV, but really seeing him live, I'm really excited to see that and seeing Smokey Norfolk live. So just here to have a good time and enjoy myself.
I'm very excited because I came here on vacation and didn't expect this or even know about it. But I was shopping over at Port Lacaya and they told me about it. And now I'm here and I'm excited. It's fantastic.
I'm just grateful to be here in the presence of the Lord. My pastor, Pastor McKnight, will be preaching tonight or ministering as well. And I'm just excited to be here. Just enjoy the presence of the Lord.
The Praise the Lord program will be aired later in the month of September. Natalie Martinborough, ZNS Network News.
The Grand Bahama Taxi Union holding its elections today. Incumbent President David Jones went head-to-head with veteran taxi driver Rodney Forbes Jr. for the top post. As Shashina Roll reports, over 200 union members were expected to cast ballots.
It is decision day for taxi drivers on Grand Bahama as the Grand Bahama Taxi Union hold its elections. The polls opened this morning at 9 a.m. and when our ZNS News team arrived on the scene, a small crowd was outside the Taxi Union Hall. We spoke with incumbent President David Jones, who is seeking a second term in office.
Elections are going very well. The people are excited. People believe in their union today, and you can see the sign of it. All members are encouraged to come out. Today is a very historic day. This is the day when we decide how we're going to move the union forward. And today the union is in a very good position. So we need everyone to come out, participate with their views. We'll move the union forward.
Rodney Forbes is running for the president's seat as well. He is predicting a win once the polls are closed.
By the looks of things, I certainly believe so. I'm confident that that would happen. And the process is moving rather slowly right now. And that's because we have a cruise ship in the harbor, and so many of our voters are not here as yet. But I'm sure that by the end of the day, we'll see a greater movement of them coming in.
Reverend Lorenzo Wallace is running for vice president and says this is the first time in 29 years as a taxi driver he is seeking to run in the union elections. Ruben Gibson is also running and believes he will be victorious.
I've seen the business of the taxi deteriorated. It got to a point where I feel like I have to do something. So I feel with God's help, I'll be able to make a valuable contribution to this union.
I feel like a declared winner today, and when the poll close, I will make up my agenda what to do. I know I'm the winner.
Geraldine Dean and Jeanette Latisse are also anticipating an exciting election and are hopeful that the union can move forward in a progressive manner.
The reason why I offered myself is because I see that there need to be changes and there need to be some things to be addressed. We need to get back respectability in our union and we need to move forward.
I thank God that I'm here running for the position of General Secretary, and I will do my endeavor best to bring this union to a higher level.
Now, one union member pointed out that there was one area of concern. He added that persons vying for votes should not have been allowed so close to the entrance of the voting stations.
The process isn't going the way it should because all of the candidates who are running isn't supposed to be in front of this door harassing the voters. That is wrong, absolutely wrong. Well, you could go and you could persuade voters. That can't be right. They're supposed to be at least 50 yards away from this door and let the voters vote off their own free will instead of being hassled.
Shashina Roll, ZNS Network News.
The Grand Bahama Shipyard welcoming a new group of recruits to the ship care facility. This group was selected from among scores of applicants who were looking to join the workforce at the shipyard. Shashina Roll reports.
125 applications narrowed down to 12, and now officials of the Grand Bahama Shipyard say the best of the best have been chosen to take part in the apprenticeship program. They say those who were selected must do their best to take advantage of this grand opportunity so that one day they can become leaders in the industrial sector. Chief Operating Officer Ruben Bird giving wise words to the 12 recruits. He says while the shipyard is a relatively young industry on Grand Bahama, the company believes in investing and building persons who can one day become future leaders in the industry.
I've been in this for 35 years now, and my adventure's nowhere near over. You know, I learn something new every day. It's a very fast-paced business. It's very intriguing. If you apply yourself, you'll go far. You got to make sure that you apply yourself, that you apply the standards to yourself that will make you successful. And that, in turn, will make the business successful. And as long as we can have a successful business, we can sustain the shipyard here for many, many years to come.
Training manager at the Grand Bahama Shipyard says the process of selecting these persons was not easy.
We normally start with high school graduates. That's where we start and set the bar at. We had 125 individuals came in, and they took the exam. An aptitude test, then we went through a process of elimination, which we took the 30 highest score. And then from them, we did an interview process where from them 30, we actually picked these 12 individuals that we see here today.
Human Resources Director Kay Forbes Smith says they are serious about getting young people into this industry, so much so that they will soon start a program within the high school.
And we're going to take these tradesmen into the schools, talk to the students about how they got where they are, and really introduce them to all of the possibilities that exist in the shipyard. It's going to be a very exciting program. We're defining it now. We're going to be going into the public and private schools, want to talk to the principals. But it's really meant to be an introduction to open the eyes of our Bahamian students that, you know, there are other professions that you can be successful at other than lawyers and doctors and, you know, other professions that are so common in this country.
Now, the apprentices' first official day was on Monday. Starting today, they will train at BTVI for 1 month before their on-the-job training starts here at the Grand Bahama Shipyard. Shashina Roll, ZNS Network News.
Now, the apprentices say they are excited to take part in one of the most unique industrial programs throughout the country.
The program is just to learn as much as they can and to be one of the best workers in the company to make it better.
I expect great things. I expect to accomplish everything that I want to. I see a great career here for me. I have a great interest in this, and it's like, I really love what I do.
I'm very excited to be in this program. I have always been interested in the maritime industry, and I expect to go very far, you know, because sky ain't even the limit no more, you know, because if man didn't make it on the moon, you know, right? And I hope to, you know, make it very far.
We expect nothing but the best out of ourselves to progress, and each year that we go on in this program, it is a well program, and I really appreciate everything that everybody is doing for each and every one of us.
Stay with us. There's more news after this.